Hi, this is Carol Hills with more political cartoons from around the globe. Cartoonists are all over the child sexual abuse scandal in the Catholic Church. Here's Pope Benedict XVI scowling as he ponders how to deal with the growing crisis. This is a rather unsubtle comment on the whole business. The cartoonist, Rainer Hochfeld, is German, and frankly, most of his cartoons on this subject are so graphic I can't even use them. But what's interesting is that Germany, where the Pope is from, is now very much part of the scandal, and it's the Pope's own reaction, or non-reaction, depending on how you think about it, when he was Cardinal Ratzinger back in Germany, that has many people upset, including, obviously, this cartoonist. Which brings us to this image. Many critics feel this is exactly the way the Catholic Church reacted to the allegations of pedophilia by priests when they were raised by the victims, in many cases years and years ago. This clearly illustrates the wish by many that the accused priests, those who are still alive anyway, be treated as criminals, not just members of the flock. We're switching gears here, but there is something vaguely licentious about this, isn't there? But it's actually only the Greek economy begging for some Euro action from Germany. And what's a review of the latest global political cartoons without one about Google's standoff with China? Here's one way to take the sting out of the recent and very untimely announcement that Israel plans to build quite a bit more housing for Jewish settlers in East Jerusalem. The announcement that Israel plans to build around 1,500 apartments in East Jerusalem has kind of dampened the mood between the Obama administration and the Israeli government. But many Israelis feel they have a political and historical right to build in East Jerusalem. But the standoff has left President Obama's big plans for getting the Arab-Israeli peace process back on track kind of on hold. Okay, well, what about Afghanistan? Any progress there? This cartoonist doesn't think so. Let's switch to a domestic squabble of the first order, healthcare reform. That's been fun to watch, hasn't it? Please, 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 find something to support in my healthcare reform plan, please. Well, the GOP didn't, but in the end the bill squeaked through in the House, and thus was born, kicking and screaming, a law that just might offer universal health care for Americans. Kaisal, by the way, means delivery room. Ta-da! Wow, I did something that 3 other presidents, well, at least 3, weren't able to pull off. Hey, not so fast. Plenty of Americans are really cheesed off about the new law. They don't like it, and they think it's going to cost them and their children and grandchildren dearly. It's a law many say they didn't want, and it's now being forced down their throat. And in many ways, we don't really know how it's all going to play out, but it is a huge change. And Tiger, he's coming back, which, believe it or not, will make him even more visible in all media, new, old, serious, silly. So strap yourself in. And finally, Ann Coulter and Canada, not getting along. The right-wing provocateur recently canceled a speech in Ottawa after organizers there decided it wasn't safe for her to speak. Several hundred protesters demonstrated loudly outside the venue. Ann Coulter responded by dissing her host, the University of Ottawa. She said, "It's at the absolute Bush League, bottom-of-the-barrel schools that you get the worst treatment. I'm guessing the scores to get into the University of Ottawa are not very challenging." And that's it for this week. If you'd like to see past cartoon slideshows, go to theworld.org or our Facebook page. You can find that at theworld.org/cartoons. And don't forget, tune into The World each weekday on your local public radio station. I'm Carol Hills.